that's what really took Legends off. And then during the hype, the build-up for the Super Bowl, Dennis was on TV. And if it wasn't Dennis, Vince Ferragamo, the quarterback, they'd meet at Legends, and the TV crews would come to Legends and do the interviews. So we were constantly on TV. Constantly.
Okay. So that, like...
With all sports. The Dodgers, the whole Dodger team has pulled up in a bus and come into Legends.
Heard.
I mean, nobody else has ever done that.
Yeah.
I mean, but back then, nobody was doing what we were doing.
Yeah.
But anyway. So then, because of the success and the notoriety that Legends is now given to the street I'm on in Belmont Shore, Long Beach, which back then was nothing. So Legends, even to this day, is the anchor of Belmont Shore 2nd Street.
Gotcha.
So I help revitalize that street. So the city entices me to go downtown Long Beach. I'm going to open a restaurant, Northern Italian. So I opened a restaurant called Mum's. I named it after my mum.
Okay.
And it was Northern Italian restaurant. I hired a chef right off the boat from Italy, Northern Italy.
Okay.
And I put in a wood-burning pizza oven. Nobody had ever done that. And I took that right from Wolfgang Puck. And then I went up to the Berkeley to, is it Chenois?
Berkeley?
In Berkeley, the two lady chefs. The famous. I'm drawing a blank right now, see.
Alice Waters?
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd she do?
They got a wood-burning oven up there.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
So I wanted to go check it out. So I went to her place to check out what they're doing.
Yeah.
Go to Wolfgang Puck's place, check out what he's doing.
Were you going in like the kitchen, being like, "Hey, I run a restaurant, I want to see"?
No, but when I got there, I went there to taste the food and see what they were doing and how they did.
Yeah.
So then once I start talking and ask questions, next thing you know, you're going in the back.
Okay.
If you do it right.
Okay.
And then...
if you do it right.
Yeah, if you're nice.
Yeah.
And ask good questions.
Understood.
And then Wolfgang Puck had those wood-burning oven. And then there was a place on Melrose Avenue that I can't remember the name, but anyway. So I did a lot of research on the food, and I had a great architect. There was redevelopment money because there was a redevelopment zone.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I opened that restaurant, and that was a journey I'll never forget. It had that was the roller coaster ride of my life.
What happened?
It was brutal. It was brutal. I don't even know how I survived, to be honest.
Was it...
it's redevelopment. I'm the first guy in.
Yeah.
It's a war zone around me.
Gotcha.
And all my friends, Mitch, all these guys, you're crazy. Why are you going down there? It's good. It's good. They're going to let me do this, let me do that.
Yeah.
Shit. Even the city worked against me at the time. They were crazy. I opened up with all the materials they gave you to open up. Like, here's what we want. Here's our vision. Yeah. Help us get to our vision. And part of that vision was all this sidewalk dining.
Gotcha.
It was all in sketches, colored and everything. So I did my design. I bought the building, did my design, beautiful patio on the sidewalk. So now I'm open. 2 weeks after I'm open, city shows up, says I can't have the patio on the sidewalk. Why not? Because we're not permitted to allow sidewalk dining. There's no law on the books. Mm-hmm. I said, excuse me, here's my plans, approved. Here's the booklet from the redevelopment agency, the city's book. This is what you want. I know, but you got ahead of us. I said, what do you mean I got ahead of you? I've been fucking building this thing for 18 months.
Yeah.
I'm ahead of you. You're the guys that brought me the fuck down here. Now you want to take away the draw? So they took it away. It took me 2 years to get that permit back to have sidewalk dining. So I got the first sidewalk dining permit in the city of Long Beach.
Whoa.
But they fucked me for 2 years.
Gotcha. But you got it back.
I know. Why do you have to go? And then I took pictures. I drove around to Sunset Boulevard, Santa Monica, Venice. And here, look what everybody else is doing. We're on the beach.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. Have you know.
Oh my God. They're crazy.
Yeah.
But the government, that's different.
So, how long did you have Mums?
Oof, 20 years.
Okay. Was it like a la carte, upscale food? Southern Italian?
I think it was upscale food.
Yeah.
Yeah. The quality of food was great. We had a great... I changed it up, too, after a while. I got rid of the pizza bar. I did sushi.
Okay.
But times, things change. And when you're in there the first, it's kind of like...
Yeah, I guess 20
and then
years, huh?
The next big restaurant that came in was an Italian guy right across the street.
Okay.
Opens a Northern Italian restaurant. I'm like, what the fuck? So him and I just split the audience at the beginning.
Yeah.
Which made my oof.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was by myself. So things were just...
piling on.
Anything you could think of that shouldn't have happened.
Got you.
But you just keep going.
Was there any times during that 20 years where you thought the restaurant was going to close?
It crossed my mind many times.
Yeah.
But I wasn't going to quit.
Okay.
You can't quit.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Hey, this is the only thing I got, baby. I can't.
It was just one of those. I owned the building.
Yeah.
So I kept thinking, okay, at least I got the building. I could do this. Fuck them. But I'm more about it was. They fucked with me so much. I just wasn't going to let them win.
Yeah.
The city was just crazy,
Gotcha.
and I was bound and determined. Fuck you, Jack.
Did you still have any say or part in Legends?
For a while then I did, but then I sold it in 95.
Gotcha.
No, it's more than 10 years then. 79, 15 years.
Okay.
And then bought it back 7 years ago.
Okay. After you left Mom's?
Yeah.
Okay.
After I left downtown.
Did you close it or did you sell it? Okay. What is it now?
It's called Bobo.
Bobo.
And the guy is sorry he bought it. Because all of the problems that I actually told him about,
yeah,
nothing's changed.
Yeah.
The city doesn't help business. They don't, and it's downtown Long Beach. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's never going to change.
Gotcha.
In our lifetime.
Heard that. Maybe in mine.
There you go.
There you go.
Maybe.
So you go back to Legends, and what was that like? Was it like Welcome Back John, the Holy Grail?
No, the guy that owned it had a fire.
Okay.
The place burned the fuck down, so all the sports memorabilia that I had originally got from all of these great athletes got burned up in flames.
Wow.
Yeah, even my Formula One car. I had a Formula One car on the wall that Nelson Piquet gave me during the Long Beach Grand Prix.
Wow.
That thing got melted away. So no, when we bought it back, I bought it through two guys that I'd known since they were 5 years old. And
yeah.
They're like 25 years younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd moved from downtown, you know, like this part, to McKenna's on the Bay.
There you go.
McKenna's Creek.
Yeah.
Is where it came up with Legend.
Yeah.
McKenna's on the Bay used to be that owner. 15 years later, he closed that in the 90s, and in 2002 opened McKenna's on the Bay. And then that's when I came to help. I left downtown Long Beach.
Mm-hmm.
My friend, not the original owner, my friend who took it over had pancreatic cancer.
Gotcha.
And he needed help.
Mm-hmm.
So another restaurateur friend of mine at Schooner later, Denny Lund, said, why don't you go help Nick at McKenna's Creek? Because I was 60. I'm just leaving downtown Long Beach. I'm like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
I can't just...
You had no
I'm not a
plans of
retirement
retiring.
plan guy.
Yeah.
I'm in the restaurant business.
You just work, baby.
So I went down and talked with Nick, and he desperately needed help.
Yeah.
The employees were running the restaurant. He didn't know what he was doing. He's losing his ass. I mean, he was losing. And I told him, hey, I know everything you're going through. I can see all this stuff as plain as day. Somebody's ripping you off.
Yeah.
So we just sat down, and I worked with him, and When I got there, he was doing like, I don't know, 2.5 to 3 million.
Oh shit!
A year.
Okay.
And he's on the water, and it was just the way it was being operated was not healthy. It's unfortunate that he ended up passing away, and circumstances led to me ending up with the deal and changing the name to Boathouse on the Bay, and now we're doing like $10 million a year.
There you go.
Yeah, same location.
Did you change the food or anything up with Boathouse?
We changed it somewhat, but the food was always good.
Yeah.
But when the employees are running it,
gotcha.
there's nobody managing it. It was just...
There's no leadership.
I just think, too, that it was... Well, once again, see, as I'm telling you this, it's like... It's funny, I revitalized 2nd Street, where Legends is. I revitalized downtown as a whole of downtown, not just Pine Avenue.
Yeah.
But the downtown is good. And I'm one of those that's given the credit for rebuilding downtown. So now I go to the jewel of Long Beach, Alamitos Bay.
Gotcha.
It's deader than a doornail. There's no business. The one I'm going to is dying. The other two are hanging on by a thread. And I'm like, what is wrong with this picture? So then I started doing what I do. I do events and promotions and started just doing things. Next thing you know, it's clicking. Now we have Ballast Point moved in, 2 doors down.
Okay.
And they renovated a building that had been one of the hot spots in my early days in the 70s. And now that brings in, they do 18 million a year.
Wow.
And I'm at the other end doing 10. He's 3 times the size of me. And he's selling nothing but beer.
That's it. No food.
He's got food, but beer.
I got you.
That's their deal.
Okay.
So now that whole area is revitalized. And again, people are going, it's because of what I've done with all the events. And I go into things and just start doing events. And I tie in with charities. My whole deal in life is I want to help kids. Knowing what I've lived with when I grew up, that's been my thing, just help kids. Whatever you can do to help kids, do it. So that's been my big thing throughout my whole life in the restaurant business. I've always brought charities into every event I do. And it's, in a lot of ways, it's a co-promotion. They're bringing me business, but I'm getting them money. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah.
And that's how I pretty much really kick-started downtown Long Beach. You had to come up with something to get people to come there. They were afraid.
Gotcha.
And at my location, Boathouse, just was unforgotten. People had forgotten about the location. It's kind of crazy. Even to this day, people that live in Long Beach don't know that location's there. They come in and think I'm in Orange County.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Residents of Long Beach think that location is Orange County.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. So, is there anything brewing? Is there anything next? Or is the Boathouse where you kind of hang your hat?
For me, personally, I mean, we have the airport concession with the Boathouse. I'm still partners in Legends.
Okay.
And I'm still partners in another restaurant those guys have. It's O'Malley's. It's an Irish pub on Main Street in Seal Beach. But for me, no, I think I'm at 73 years old. I'm loving the Boathouse. I'm loving what we're doing. I'm sitting on the water. I mean, to me, it's like, if I'm going to retire, I'm going to sit on the water.
Yeah.
But that means I'm never going to retire because I'll be at work. So my son will have to pay me.
There you go.
So my son's in line to just kind of start operating this place, which he's already doing.
Yeah.
And he's doing a great job. He's worked with me for 20 years. Started when he was about 13 or 14, just hanging out and doing things.
Yeah. Growing up restaurant.
So now he's like the GM. And in the last year, I would say I've taken more time off in the last year than I have in the last 20.
That's right.
And it's because he has been in charge.
Very cool. Proud of him then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing a good job.
That's how I got to meet you, man.
Yeah.
You know, saw you at the golf course.
That's right.
Like, yeah, you like to get high? Yeah, I do. All right, brother. Well, thanks for sitting with me.
You got it. Anytime.
Yeah, baby. So
That was it, huh?
Yeah, that's it, baby.
I'm going to say it, yeah, baby.
Oh yeah, baby. All right.